Boruto has finally unlocked a new power known as Uzuhiko, and it seems to have ties with the Otsutsuki god. The way Boruto manifested a vortex with this power is way too similar to Shibai using his Shinjutsu. Not only that, he apparently learned this power on the moon, and the reason behind this will completely blow your mind. When it comes to setting up a cliffhanger, Kishimoto is a genius at pulling such strings. Everyone was expecting a flashback arc from the second chapter of Two Blue Vortex, but he continued the ongoing conflict and concluded the chapter with the most intriguing way possible. Boruto now has a new power-up whose name comes from his clan Uzumaki and Vortex. The word itself means universe, and the fact that it's a variant of Rasengan has hyped things up to another level. While there are other meanings of the mysterious power, there is a detail which proves it to be an omni ability or Shinjutsu. Remember the horn similarity between Boruto and Shibai. It's widely believed that he has some connections to the Otsutsuki god, and this similarity along with the awakening of the Jogen back this theory. Now a new hint has popped up with the reveal of the Uzuhiko form. Back in chapter 75, Shibai Otsutsuki was shown to form a vortex around his body while using his Shinjutsu. A similar vortex can be seen around Boruto when he activated this power. This has proven two things. Firstly, this ability is definitely a Shinjutsu, which means Boruto has reached a really impressive feat in terms of power level. He was apparently too helpless against Code 2 years back, but now he is confident in his ability to kill him with his new divine power. It seems like all the abilities that he's about to manifest from this point are going to be Shinjutsu, cause he didn't use any hand signs to activate this one. Secondly, it's pretty much confirmed that the horn and the Jogen connection of Shibai Otsutsuki were not a coincidence. Kishimoto has been setting up the Otsutsuki angle of Boruto's life for the later part of the story. We'll soon get into what exactly this ability is gonna do, but before that, let's understand why Boruto learning this power on the moon is a plausible possibility. The whole moon connection stems from Toneri Otsutsuki, who made Boruto aware about the Jogen. This dojutsu is shaped like a full moon, and the eyes of Shibai's human subjects are also inspired by the celestial body. The Senringan is in the shape of a crescent, and Daemon's eyes are half-moon shaped. While I couldn't find any direct historical or linguistic connection between the moon and the word Shibai, there is an account from the Hindu mythology which explains a lot about Boruto's divine connection. As we know, the destroyer god Shiva from Hinduism could have been one of the inspirations for Shibai's character. It is believed that the moon deity known as Chandra was a devout follower of Shiva. However, he was cursed by someone to lose his glow and experience regular changes. The myth continues and states the curse as the reason for the waxing and waning phases of the moon. But Shiva felt pity for the moon deity and decided to provide him with a place of honor by putting him on his head, implying this in Boruto's case. The young lord is a symbolism of Chandra while Shibai acts as Shiva. The omnipotence symbolizes the curse of Chandra, and it's pretty apparent that Boruto has lost his charm in the time skip, similar to how Chandra lost his glow and ended up in the phases of waxing and waning. It seems to me that Boruto is also going to witness different phases in his life, similar to the moon. The transformation of the celestial body from one shape to another is symbolically the same for the prodigy as well. He went from a happy privileged kid to a rogue and ragged shinobi. It also symbolizes the evolution of Boruto into an Otsutsuki, which was a vital need for his Jogen awakening, only because he didn't have a strong enough chakra pool to wield a divine eye as a human being. Just like how Shiva honored Chandra in the mythology, Shibai has also esteemed the cursed child with the pure eye. The reason I think he learned Uzuhiko on the moon also has something to do with the Jogen. Firstly, there was a hint dropped in the promo art where Boruto was shown to be sitting on a moon-like surface. This hinted the young lord escaping to the moon for training, and just when we were thinking of it as a minor clue, a major hint was given by Code when he said he has looked for Boruto everywhere but still couldn't find him. Remember, he has countless Ten-Tails minions, which means he could have searched around most of the world to find Boruto. The fact that he still failed to get to him and was forced to invade Konoha yet again indicates Boruto escaping to a place that no one could think of reaching. The same chapter marked the entry of Boruto from the sky, and the Konoha agencies confirmed that his chakra appeared out of nowhere above Code. This yet another time enhanced the possibility of Boruto hiding on the moon and returning to Konoha when he was needed the most. Assuming that's the case, then how did Boruto train on the moon to get stronger, and are there any other hints which amplify this theory? First and foremost, the possibility of the story going beyond planet Earth was always there, and Two Blue Vortex just confirmed this. They have added the aliens genre under the manga's name on the Manga Plus app, which means there are more Otsutsukis on their way to the story. Secondly, Kodachi and Kishimoto had supervised the anime episode episodes that introduced the Jogan lore. They had been planning the otherworldly themes of the story ever since the anime adaptation of Chapter 1, and I don't think they would retcon an important plot device after hyping it up so much. So Boruto going missing for 2 years could be that time of the story when he would unseal Toneri on the moon. We know he has been sealed in the palace of the Dragon King, also known as the Time Freeze, for 1,000 years. So how exactly would Boruto unseal him? Well, this is where the missing Otsutsuki's part of the story comes into play. Momoshiki has revealed that Otsutsuki gods have changed humanity's history several times in the past. This detail could be a reference to the Uzumaki lore, where the whole clan went mysteriously extinct without proper explanation. It was the only clan whose powers resembled the Otsutsuki's the most, which means they must have somehow stolen them from the alien race. However, when some Otsutsuki god got to know about this, they wiped out the entire clan, making this statement of Momoshiki a big foreshadowing. Theory holds a lot of weight, considering how Kishimoto has expanded the 10 Tails lore in the manga and would apparently do the same thing with the Otsutsukis too. So how does it connect Boruto and Toneri? Well, the Uzumakis were the pioneers of the Fuinjutsu in Naruto, and the spell used on Toneri is a Shinjutsu of a similar kind. As I mentioned last time, every ninjutsu and senjutsu could have their divine counterparts. The same could be the case with the sealing techniques. Urashiki didn't use any hand signs to seal Toneri, which is obviously because this technique is a Shinjutsu. So the only way to get someone out from a divine sealing technique must be some other unique Shinjutsu itself, and this is where the Otsutsuki lore comes into play. I think there must be some hidden Otsutsuki scrolls stolen by the Uzumaki clan that possess the divine Fuinjutsu. Boruto would somehow get his hands on them, which would lead to him learning the hidden Shinjutsu of seal. But how could I be so certain about these hidden scrolls from the Uzumaki lore? Well, if you remember, the remains of Shibai are also kept hidden by Amado, which means the plot point of hiding things in another dimension is definitely there. Even Ishiki used to send stuff to his Dharma realm and then brought them back with Daikokuten. Something similar could be the case with the scrolls stolen from the Otsutsukis by the Uzumakis. The theory that connects this possibility to Boruto's moon journey is a mind-blowing one, so subscribe to see more of them in the future. We have never got to see the face of Ishiki from the flashbacks. He was always shown from the back throughout the manga, which I think was a deliberate move, and here is why. The left eye of Shibai Otsutsuki was shown to possess the Dharmagun, just like Ishiki. The fact that Amado modified all the cyborgs with Shibai's genes enhances the possibility of him upgrading Jigen as well. This makes Amado a way too mysterious character, cause it's almost clear that his Otsutsuki knowledge has nothing to do with Ishiki. It was earlier believed that Jigen enlightened him with celestial wisdom, only to utilize his clone making skills in his favor. It also confirms the suspicion of Momoshiki when he said the backstory of Akebi is sus. This means everyone in Kara, including Jigen, was modified with the genes of Shibai, which indicates the Dharma eye used by Kawaki and Ishiki actually belongs to the Otsutsuki god. Now the question which connects this theory to the case of Boruto is pretty interesting. Where did Amado keep the remains of Shibai Otsutsuki? It must be either the Kara hideouts or some other dimension that only he can access. So if there is actually any such place which was used to hide the remains of Shibai, chances are the Jutsu scrolls of the Uzumaki clan are also concealed in a similar realm, and here is why. The hint of Momoshiki teases more than one Otsutsuki god being responsible for changing history before. So Shibai Otsutsuki might also be a part of the duo and could have used his signature power to hide the scrolls. I think he used the Jogan to conceal them, and Boruto will use the same dojutsu to find them. There is no efficient way for Boruto to learn Shinjutsus unless Momoshiki agrees to help him, which is very unlikely. After finding the key to undo the Dragon Palace seal, Boruto must have reached the moon to save Toneri and learn more about the Pure Eye from him. The anime has already teased the clairvoyance and teleportation power of Boruto's Jogan, and it seems like he used them to return to Konoha as well. Now the mystery remains with the Uzuhiko power that I think he mastered on the moon but learned from the hidden Uzumaki scrolls on Earth. Uzuhiko translates to universe or space, which makes this ability synonymous to Universal Rasengan. It is also a possible combination of Uzumaki, meaning vortex, and Hiko, which means a boy or a prince. So this jutsu honors Boruto as the Uzumaki prince, and the reason it's a variant of the Rasengan can be interpreted in several ways. First and foremost, the Uzuhiko power could be a more advanced form of the vanishing Rasengan, where Boruto's body turns into a vortex itself. He literally becomes a Rasengan in human form with this ability, and what it means for code will blow your mind. Uzuhiko could be Boruto turning into a vanishing Rasengan itself, which means he would suddenly disappear in the next chapter and would land a hit on his opponent with the speed of light. He's about to teach a lesson to Code with this power, and the fact that he's confident that he can kill him makes it clear that Uzuhiko will be the end of Code. The unreal feat of this power will make him untraceable irreplaceable as well as unavoidable, making it a nightmare for his enemy. As for the mechanism of this power, it seems similar to Sasuke's Chidori Stream, and Boruto might have replaced the lightning release with wind release in this variant. Chidori Stream is a powerful technique of Sasuke that lets him release electricity all around his body. This can be used to attack multiple enemies at once, or even as a quick defense. When it gets in contact with someone, their body thinks it's a nerve signal and their muscles stiffen, which causes them a lot of damage. Implying this in Boruto's case, the Uzuhiko could make it impossible for his opponents to touch him cause he is exhibiting wind from his whole body. As I said before, it's like a vanishing Rasengan in human form, so Boruto can use it in both offensive and defensive manner. The Chidori Stream theory hints at Boruto learning this power under the guidance of Sasuke. It also makes it clear that Sasuke is indeed alive, and here is how. Code revealed Boruto was too helpless against him back in their first fight, and it's also pretty much confirmed that Boruto destroyed the left eye of Code. So when Code got an upper hand on Boruto 2 years ago, he must have not learned the Uzuhiko technique back then. It was even confirmed when Boruto was activating this power, as Code thought of it as a normal Rasengan. So if Boruto learned this power after fleeing from the first Code fight, and the inspiration behind this ability was Sasuke's Chidori Stream, then it makes it clear that his mentor is still alive. He apparently taught Boruto this power when they went into hiding for the 2-year rogue period. However, as I have clarified the possibility for this technique to be a Shinjutsu, it's more likely for Boruto to master it on the moon, which means its mechanism won't be like any other power that we have seen in Naruto before. The fact that he didn't even need the Kama to manifest Uzuhiko reflects the unreal feat that he has achieved. It would also mean that Code is weaker than future Kawaki, cause Boruto needed to activate the Kama against him. So now let's understand how this universal Rasengan of Boruto might be a Shinjutsu that he learned from Tonebi on the moon. For some reasons, it seems like the moon of Suzuki knew about the lore of Shibai, which is why he foretold the awakening of Boruto's Jogen. Now upon getting unsealed from the Dragon Palace spell, he might be determined to turn Boruto's Rasengan into a Shinjutsu level technique. The reason it's possible for Boruto to evolve Rasengan to that level is because he is powered by the Otsutsuki genetics and Moboshiki's battle experience. The Uzuhiko tends to turn the Rasengan into a body armor type of ability, along with granting the user extraordinary speeds, a prowess unique to the Otsutsuki god Shibai. It also needs to be noted that Boruto is bound to unlock more such abilities, as he had promised Daemon for a battle after he gets stronger. I don't think a single ability would be enough to take down the subject of an Otsutsuki god, so Boruto will definitely use the Kama when it comes to opponents like Kawaki and Daemon. And there is apparently a Shinjutsu variant of Sage Mode that Kishimoto had teased half a decade ago. Find out more about that power in this video, and don't forget to subscribe for more amazing stuff. I will see you next time.